Hi, this is Mr. Rops,
And this is Mr. Song.
and we're going to do some basic surface area scenarios here today. And question one says, find the exact surface area of the sphere. Well, a sphere is like our basketball kind of scenario, and I can only find that if I know what the formula is for that. And conveniently, we have our formula sheet. And if I want the sphere, I want the curved surface area of a sphere, which is right here on my formula sheet, 4 pi r squared. So, area, I know, is 4 pi r squared. If I look at the sphere, what is my radius going to be, Mr. Song?
Radius is 2 feet
How'd you get 2?
because it's half of the diameter.
Okay, so I take my r, I plug it in, I get 4 pi 2 squared. When I square first my properties, 2 squared is 4. 4 times 4 is 16 pi. And I'm going to say feet squared. And that is the exact value. It has pi in it. This is an exact thing. Because this is 3.14 blah, 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 forever and ever. That's exact. Now, if I want to find the approximate surface area of the sphere to 3 significant figures, what am I going to do then?
Well, I'll just have to multiply 16 by pi, and I will do that in the calculator.
All right, so we go 16 times, and in the calculator, I have the actual pi button. I can just use that. And there is my value I get is equal to 50.3 feet squared. And that is to 3 significant figures. Okay, let's try another example then. We want to find the surface area of the cone to 3 significant figures. And if I have a cone, so if I look at my formula sheet, I have the curved surface area of a cone is pi rl. So if I think about my cone, the curved part is pi rl. Now I think about this cone, if I open it up, my base is a circle, and the curved part actually ends up being some kind of like a curved pi piece, which is really hard to draw. And this area here, that's what they're talking about, pi rl. Or L is this length here. This is L. And so my total surface area, though, I have pi rl, plus I have to have the circle down here. And the area of a circle is pi r squared. So then it's just a matter of plugging my values in. What's r in this case?
8.
8. And L is
17.9.
Okay, plug it in and I get pi times 8 times 17.9 plus pi times 8 squared. And I'm a big fan of writing the formula and this step out here. This is the thinking step. And at this point, I can just throw to my calculator because I want 3 significant figures. So I go pi times 8 times 17.9 plus pi, hold on, pi, and I have 8 squared. I type it straight in my calculator as it's there. I let the calculator do the work. And to 3 significant figures, I get, what's that going to be?
651
And my units is going to be
centimeters
squared. Okay, so when I do these, I like to see the formula. I'd like to see you plug the values in and then the answer.
So do I.
All right, great. That's a nice, clear solution. All right, one more to go. A square base or a square prism measures 8 kilometers long on each edge of the base and 9 kilometers tall. Find the surface area. Well, if I have a square prism, and there's no diagram, what does the square prism actually look like? Well, I need a square base. So here's my square, and it's 8 by 8. And the prism means that it's going to go out this way, and I have another square out here that is also 8 by 8. And these all connect as such. This is 9 kilometers. All right, and so this is my square, as is the back. Now, if I want to find the surface area, what I typically do for this is I open this figure up and I see what I see. Well, I'm going to start with that square base, and this thing's called a net. And it's sitting on this part here on the bottom, and then the square on the back, and then it has these rectangles along here. Okay, and this side corresponds here, this side corresponds there, and if you fold it up, this side will correspond to that. And so each side of my square has a rectangle associated with it. And I know the measurements are 8 by 8, and this distance is 9. And so now I just have a matter of adding up all these rectangles. And so if I want to find the area, I know if I call this B, I have two B's that are the same, plus these rectangles here in this case are all the same. So I'm going to call them A, and they're all the same because it's 8 by 8 by 8 by 8. I say there's 4 A's here. B I know is just 8 times 8. A is going to be 8
times 9.
I throw this in my calculator. I go 2 times 8 squared plus 4 times 8 times 9. I get 416 kilometers squared. That's a big prism. That's how I work through my surface areas. Anything to add, Mr. Song?
No, I think that was it.
All right, good luck.